morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 19 with me here on the Estancia Lapacho map. It's harvest day. We're going to make an early start on it today. So go ahead and click that like button now before you forget. And don't forget to leave your comments, questions, suggestions or feedback in the section down below. And of course, if you're not already doing so, please remember to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So we've got quite a bit to do today. We've got a lot of fields that require harvesting. We're going to need both of our harvesters. What have we got growing? Actually, let's have a look. 3 fields of wheat, a field of canola, 2 fields of canola, and 2 fields of soybeans. We've not got anything planted yet on our big field up here. That is something we can probably look to get done whilst we're doing this. So we're going to have straw from these bottom 3 fields, but we're not going to have anything from the other ones. Right. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Have that kind of hit. So I think Big Bud 600 could pull the Starer. If not the Starer, definitely this bad boy. And we're going to do corn, I think. Let's make sure it is all full of seeds. There we go. Good. And we'll take it up to the new field and get it started seeding, then we can bring the harvesters and get them to work doing what we need them to do. I'll probably let the Ideal do the wheat harvest, start the John Deere off on the canola. Whoever finishes first gets to do the soybeans. I'm also thinking, I'm giving serious thought, I know it's early and I know we don't really want to be spending money when we're trying to hit our magic 10 million figure. I have got the achievement for breeding the sheep. That did unpop as I was fast forwarding through the night. So between the end of the last video and this video we have unlocked the achievement for breeding the sheep, which means I've only got cows left to do now. And that 10 million in the bank budget thing. Right, hopefully you can seed this whole field and you're not going to bugger up. You was having some issues when we was slurry spreading, because that lime station appears to have one heck of a collision box that the AI worker just doesn't seem to want to work around. I'm kind of going to stay with him. If he stops, he slows down. Okay, he seems to have managed it quite well. So I bet I can leave him running. I trust him. You'll notice I've planted the grass around the outside like I said I would. I've done that. I obviously put in a slightly wider roadway, separating the fields. That's all well and good. Right. We do not need the big brute, but you are handily parked for Mr. John Deere. Not going to need the corn headers today. So that's going to be quite handy. As I was saying, or as I started to say, should I say, I was thinking about buying a new truck and trailer. Maybe going for... We've got the pace setter already, which obviously can haul a heck of a lot of crop to market, to sell point. I was thinking about maybe adding either a second one. Now we've got 2 harvesters, or possibly adding a distinction. I may just lease one for today. To see how everything sort of looks, how it goes. That might be the best way of doing things. Then we're not forking out, you know, hundreds of millions of pounds. You're going to do the canola. Here's a new purchase. Not the Tatra Phoenix, but the tank. I said I was going to buy a big tank for transporting the milk. Well, it just so happens that LSFM Innovations, or whatever, do a universal tank pack mod thing with lots of different tankers. They're all in here. There's loads of them, all different sorts and configurations. This one you can configure in a couple of different ways. You can either have it as a 68,000 litre liquid tanker, or there's an option to turn it into a silo skipper, in which case it will transport 32,000 litres of sort of lime, seed, fertiliser, pig food. Well, obviously I don't need that, but the 68,000 litre capacity is very, very handy to have, because I said in the last video I would kind of like a tanker that could carry more slurry and digestate to make it a bit easier, especially when we're slurry spreading, because that uses the slurry spreader uses a lot of slurry very quickly, and having to make 3 or 4 journeys to the biogas plant to fill digestate with that tanker that we've already got parked up there was a bit annoying. I'm not gonna lie. It was a bit annoying, especially as the tanker is only a 30,000 litre capacity, whereas the slurry spreader is, I think, 34, wasn't it? 3450 or 3250, something like that. The slurry spreader's got more capacity than the tanker, so it's a bit awkward. So the fact that I've got a tanker now that can carry 68,000 litres of digestate is a lot easier. Now, obviously, in real life, you probably wouldn't transport milk in a container that has had pig and cow poo in it and digestate. It's probably not the most hygienic thing to put. I'm just going to back this up because I realise I've made a terrible, terrible error. Because I'm not straw. I'm not doing straw, am I? There we are. So yeah, I appreciate for the purists out there that putting milk into a container that you've put pig poo and stuff in is probably not very hygienic, and you know, not to be one of them, you know, something to condone. But the thing is, I'm allergic to dairy, so there's no chance I'm ever going to I'm ever going to drink the milk or eat anything containing the milk. So, to be honest, I don't care if it's got pig poo and cow poo in it. It ain't going in my belly. And you know, the harbour and the bakery still pay me. A healthy chunk. So yeah, back to what I was saying though. I keep getting off topic, don't I, and distracted. The trailer situation, truck and trailer. I think I'm going to hire a truck, and I think I'm going to hire a Distinction to see how things are sort of looking. See whether it's something I want to invest in after this next harvest. After we've done today and profitised and calculated how much money we've made. Looks like we've got a few pallets of wool, which I'll probably shift while I'm here. Otherwise, halfway through the harvest, it'll start complaining, won't it? We'll probably get these sold then today as well. Maybe employ out, if it ain't nailed down, let's sell it strategy. Need to get the truck and trailer on that. Right. Bother cleaning up while we're here? Probably not. As for the animal situation, they do need some stuff. The sheep could do with some grass or hay. Pigs could do with some wheat, soybeans, canola, sunflowers. Very handy that we're producing both, all three. The cows could do with some total mixed ration, which I believe I've still got some of in the hayloft. Because you may have noticed all the hay bales are long gone. I need to buy some more hay bales so I can start mixing up the next big batch load. So they're full. Right, let's get that out of the way. Piggies, you are full. Get that backed up right out of the way, so if we do need to drive a truck through here to give them any food, we're not going to hit it. We're up to 244 pigs again. They reproduce every 45 minutes. Damn. Don't think we've got any horses to sell. Getting a bit close though on a couple on these one pen. Right, we need to get trucks in motion. Where is my truck? There's one of them. There's the pace setter. So I'm thinking, like I say, I'm thinking probably ought to lease a... just test a Distinction out, see if it's any good for what we need to do. Because obviously the other day when we had our record harvest, our record-breaking harvest, hauling sunflowers in that tippy truck on the fen wasn't very quick. Its capacity was a little bit be desired. And if we've got a lot of wheat to harvest and we're going to have a lot of soybeans, we could probably do with another vehicle. So, trailers. Let's find it. Distinction by Stevie, which is that one. I've already had a bit of a play with the colour scheme. Crank the capacity up. Lease it for £3 grand. It's not very expensive. Trucks. I think we're going to go for the Hulk. Hulk. Silver. Trelleborg. You've missed a bit, mate. So what we'll do, we'll try this. We'll see how this works. See whether this is any good. Or pick this up. There we go. Trailer's not got customizable wheels, I don't think. Well, it didn't look like it had. You're going to get full, mate. I would appreciate it if you would get full now, before you turn around. No, stop turning round. Empty your load for me. Okay, so it's time for one of those time-lapse, speedy-up sections of the video that everybody loves so much. So sit back, enjoy the music, and I'll try and entertain you as best as I can for the next 30 minutes or so. It's not going to be easy, because I kind of forgot what I did in this episode. It's been a couple of days since I actually recorded this footage, and now I'm sat down to edit it and try and render it out. It's going to be tough for me to remember what actually occurred. We have got the loading wagon, which means I'm probably going to be picking up a lot of straw and such things. Obviously I've leased and rented the Distinction trailer to try and speed up our ability to harvest and transport all the goods. Although it's not as big a capacity as the pace setter, I probably would have been better off leasing another pace setter, I think. And I think later on in the video, when I try and do some selling, I have some issues getting to sell points with the Distinction. It gets stuck a little bit. Alright, so John Deere's full. I don't know why he keeps missing strips whenever he does stop. When he doesn't restart in quite the same place when he stops, so he always misses that like one little strip. It's obviously a trigger issue somewhere in the either the 3D model or the game or something. Right, so we're seeded. We've seeded our new big field with corn. That's always nice. And what we'll do is we'll park him just somewhere over here in this general area, because obviously we're going to need to reseed all these fields once we've harvested. So the Big Bud 600 is going to be very busy today. Going to be very busy. As well as everything else. But we're not going to be very far. Once, you know, today's pretty much going to push us right up to nearly hitting our excuse me while I just yawn my head off. Push us right up to hitting our overarching target, which is obviously trying to be in the 10 million bank account area of the game. So this is going to be, I'm trying to work out in my head what episode this is going to be. This is probably episode 57, I think. 57? Let me just double check. yeah, this is going to be episode 57 when I've eventually rendered it and uploaded it. So there's probably only going to be 1 or 2 more episodes left. So this series is nearly done. Some people will say, thank you, thank God for that. It's gone on for ages and ages and ages. And yes, it's gone on a long time, but it's been a thoroughly complete series from start to finish. I've done what I set out to do, and we've done it, you know, genuinely. We've not done any cheats or exploits along the way. So, you know, I'm quite happy to have achieved what I've achieved. And like I say, with new maps on the horizon and about to appear and be dropped on us, there's a chance that obviously we could do another series on something else. But like I've said in previous videos during these time-lapse sections, it probably won't be as uploaded as frequently as this has and dominate the channel as much as FS19 has so far. So I mean, I am going to obviously continue playing the game because I really do enjoy it, but it's not going to get, you know, the dominance on the channel that it has had, because obviously we need to move on to some other things and obviously try and hit viewers that probably aren't interested in farming sim. Although that's not to say it's not a viable game to play. There's a lot of people who do play farming sim and have built channels around this game. It's just that obviously my channel viewers probably aren't as big into this game. And it's a case of, do I continue to ignore them, or do I try and provide them with content that they would like to watch? It's always a tricky one to be in as a YouTuber when your own tastes are changing, as mine are. And the games that I have played in the past are no longer the sort of games that I want to play going forward. And as my attitude towards gaming changes as I get older and older each year, you know, I'm starting to enjoy the slower paced games, the more relaxed, chilled games, the slightly more family friendly games. And I appreciate the fact that not everybody in the audience out there is going to like that, you know, and I see that a lot every day as well, because obviously I still get a lot of people asking me lots of questions about Ark and stuff, especially on my like server manager tutorial videos and that. And you know, I've recently had people asking me about Atlas, which I know nothing about. I don't know that game, haven't followed it. Apparently it's a bit like Ark or something like that. Apparently it may even be made by the same people or dev studio or whatever, but again, it's not on my radar. It's not the type of game I'm going to go back and play anytime soon, so unfortunately can't help people with that. But we're getting plenty of crops sold. Lots of cannoli goodness. The black gold. Black gold, as I call it in game, because it's very, very profitable. Wipe out. Load him up with the wheat. Got one more field still to do. And then we could take him off and get him sold. Although he's probably going to struggle. Oh, and look out, field 6 needs lime spreading on it once we've harvested. That's going to be a bit of an issue. Okay, so we may as well go and move the Big Bud 600 and get him started on field 4 then, because it's obvious we're not going to be able to get to do field 6 until it's been lime spread. I might turn off the periodic liming thing for the next couple of episodes. we've done enough lime spreading in this series, and you know, we just want to get to the finish line now. Certain things definitely, if I do future series, will be tweaked in the gameplay, so we're not having to do certain things too much of the time. And we're not having to waste too much time on certain aspects. Lime spreading being one of the things. Weeds was another thing that quickly fell by the wayside in this series. I got fed up with the weed situation. It doesn't work properly in game. Giants still haven't really fixed the weed system so that it works in a way that's ideal. I found lots of issues where I would cultivate a field, weeds would grow on that cultivated field, I would de-weed it, I would then go and seed the field, and then weeds would pop up again a few moments later. It's like, come off it. So in that situation, I'd have been better off just seeding the field, ignoring the weeds that popped up the first time, and then doing them again and just focusing on the weeds that popped up after we'd seeded. It just meant I was wasting time, labour, money weeding the same field twice in a matter of, you know, a couple of in-game hours. And to me, that's pretty wrong. Again, what I'm doing here is boosting my my sort of crop intake, if you like. Rather than take a half-empty trailer down to the harbour to sell it, I might as well fill it up with what we've got. The excess, the rainy day fund, as I like to call it, in the silos. Make sure we're transporting full trailer loads of crop. Boosts our income slightly, if anything, because we're obviously going to make a little bit more profit now. Like I say, it pushes us towards that 10 million goal, which is what we want and what we're sort of striving for. That's the canola shifted. Next crop will be soybeans, I think. I think that's our next big harvest. Sure, it's soybeans. It is soybeans. Right, I'm going to get the grass mowed as well, because we're going to need to get this shifted up to the BGA, get the silos loaded, and start making some more silage that we can then sell to the BGA once it's been all compacted and stuff. I've still got a bit of wheat left over. Nearly done though, it's nearly done. Yeah, the distinction's definitely smaller than the pace setter. It's not ideal. I think next harvest day I will hire another, lease another pace setter. That'll probably be better for me. And I don't like this truck very much either. Not a big fan of this truck. Despite the fact it's got good grippy wheels, it doesn't really help with the trailer, because the trailer doesn't have grippy wheels. So we're going to drive down to the bakery and try and see if this distinction can be reversed into the bakery. It probably can't, or it's not going to be very easy to do so. It gets stuck on the curbs, I notice, is one of the things. And eventually, I think it gets stuck on this train a bit as well. It's not easy to reverse this thing. It does get up there though, and the two trigger points do just fit on there, so you can empty it. Whereas I think the pace setter, you might not be able to get both hoppers over the sell point. have a look later on. It's something I've got to try, really. Because it has been a bit restrictive. I'll definitely say that. I've got no problem admitting that it's been quite restrictive in this series. Only having one sell point to sell to. In terms of the harbour. Because I haven't felt like I can get a big enough trailer into the other sell points. And the transport company is obviously a bit of a faff, having to load the silo, which doesn't have the greatest. It only can hold 200,000 litres of a single crop, which again means that my trailers, my pace setter's too big. It's got too large a capacity for the train silos, and then you've got to load the train up, transport it. It's a bit awkward. That's why I'm looking forward to playing a mod map at some point when they start to roll out. One that has a lot of sell points and offers you a lot more variety of places to go and deliver your crops to. That would be very, very nice. And the mower, for some reason, hasn't actually finished mowing the whole field. Strange. Right, I've got to get all the straw picked up at some point, because we're going to need that loading wagon to pick up all the grass. But we're going to have another run down to the bakery quick, sell a load of wheat. And again, I've been emptying the silo, make sure I've got a full trailer load going down there. The trailer's stuck. The truck is stuck. I can't shift it. I have to move it. It's still stuck. It's not great. I'm having problems with this. Stuck again. You're getting stuck. This is not good. I'm trying everything I can. It's either the truck ain't got enough grunt to be able to push this trailer in reverse. Right. We sold the crop anyway. So what we'll do is we'll take this back to the store now, I think, and get it sold, get it returned. I don't want any more. Oh no, we're not. Ah, that's interesting. Why have I not taken this to the store, back to the store yet? Because he's going to load up with some soybeans. Two fields with soybeans, I think, so looks like I'm going to utilise both trucks to deliver the soybeans. That's a good plan of mine, well thought out. I completely forgot about the fact that I can use both harvesters and both trucks then to bring in the soybean harvest. Mower's finished mowing, so that's good. Take him and put him back in the shed. I just let him windrow today. Right, I'm going to do some lime spreading. We need field 6 lime spread. I really do need to get this straw picked up. Again, it's not ideal. But we are at least selling it in our own barn, so we're getting the best price for it. going to be cool in a future episode when I do, as I say, harvest that new field that we've made. All that time and effort spent clearing out all them trees, putting the field in, to get that corn harvest off of there is going to be magical. And I might let that field be the one that takes us over the 10 million. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? So again, filling up the distinction with soybeans. Move that truck out of the way so he doesn't block him. Pace setter go and empty him. We'll probably get all this soybean harvest into this trailer. But I know I will, because he's not going to get another 60,000 litres off that field. Again, I've got to manually hard pick up the straw because the AI workers can't do loading or baling. God, I can't wait for Courseplay to arrive so that they can do those jobs. And there should be a beta version of Courseplay for FS19 released at the end of this month, or in the next couple of weeks. So, definitely looking forward to Courseplay coming out. Even if it is a bare bones, barely functional, only has the minimum sort of things that work in it, it's still going to be a massive improvement over the current AI system in the game, the workers. Also means I can do some really horrible things to them, because I can stop paying them wages. I can stop paying the workers wages. I can also set up different courses for the all the fields on a map, so even when I'm doing contract work I can have Courseplay workers doing the contract for me. Which would be very handy. Alright, we'll go fill up the soybeans. The ideal done for the day. No more harvesting for him. Getting washed and put back into storage in a bit. We'll get the John Deere unloaded as well, and then we'll get him parked up, ready to be washed later on. Hopefully, see if there's a full trailer load of soybeans available. Have I got any in my silo? I have. Right, I'm trying an experiment now. I'm going to see if I can deliver these soybeans to the bakery using the pace setter. If I can, then I'm definitely going to have a least pace setter for the last harvest. Yeah, he's not got stuck. And he's got up there very easy. And I can tip both front and rear. So all this time in this series I thought I couldn't deliver to the bakery with this truck and trailer combination. I have been wrong. You can. So yeah, going forward I'm definitely going to have at least another one of these for the last harvest day. Alright, your work is done for the day. Take a break. And again, we'll get the John Deere out there away. Paul McHugh behind the at the pressure washer. I think I'll see if I can get a full trailer load out of this guy as well. Might as well use the rainy day fund now, because I doubt we're going to have many more. We're going to have many rainy days in this playthrough. Not with our bank account sitting at it what it is now. We're not going to be struggling for cash. Isn't that such a huge improvement over when the series first started and I was like really struggling to make money, struggling to get equipment, struggling to expand? Now it's like there's no options, you know, there's nothing that's out beyond my reach. I could buy up every single field on the map, put every other farmer out of business, and I still wouldn't be empty. My bank account would still be looking very, very happy and very full. Now I'm going to put the distinction back to the shop. Thank you for loaning it to me, but I will not be purchasing one of those anytime soon. Not on this map. I will be back to lease another pace setter in a future episode, and I need more lime. Used up all my lime. Right, what field needs doing next? Is it field 8? Mikey. Right, we've nearly got the straw picked up, which means that the Big Bud 600 can soon finish seeding everything. I think he's doing sunflowers, isn't he? I think I set him to do sunflowers on all these fields. I'm gonna have like 4 fields of sunflowers to harvest. 1 field of corn, chuck in maybe a couple of fields of soybeans, and hey ho, we'll be laughing all the way to the bank. Might be interesting as well on another, if I do start another map, to all the equipment that I've currently got on this farm, the tractors and vehicles and stuff, to copy them over, find out how to do that, how to copy over all the vehicles and put them on the new map. I don't have to buy them all again. Start with a full fleet of vehicles and then just go, right, let's start farming. Fill up with some straw. Get the old money raked in. And then what I'll do is I'll go and give fill up now with some hay. Give the horses some hay, make sure their needs are met. Then we'll take some, go and get some grass and make sure the animals are all being well looked after. This will be all the hay gone out of my hay loft up here. Yeah, that's enough. Like I say, We haven't got many more days to go on this farm now, so they'll have enough to last them. Right, another bunch of sunflowers being sown. So yeah, I've definitely got 4 fields worth of sunflowers. Some grass. Go give the cows some. They'll probably eat the whole trailer load. They did. Greedy little blighters. They also want hay, so they'll probably eat that whole trailer load as well. Oh, very nearly. Oh well, the sheep will eat it. Still got a little bit left. Oh well. Right, start collecting the grass then. Because like I say, the BGA is going to want that. Right, more lime spreading. Okay, where are we going next then? Refilling. He's done such a good job today that he needs to be refilled. Now you can go to field 6. And we're going to do soybeans on it. No, not very original, but it's going to be a very profitable crop for us. Right, let's get the harvesters washed. Get them put back in storage for a day. Get the John Deere header washed. Because that got skipped last time, so it was exceptionally dirty. Lock him there. Go get the John Deere. Park him there. Engine start. Right, so let's get the grass all loaded up. Get to the BGA, get a nice silo load of grass. Get quite a few litres in it this time. About 4 trailer loads, I think, we should get off this field. He's run out of lime. Great! We've got through a lot of lime today. Wood 600's really liking this Great Plains cedar. Looks to go all the way to the edge of the field. It's the first time we've sowed that field since taking all the trees out. So definitely shows that getting rid of the trees helps. He hasn't got much more to lime spread. Right, off we go to the BGA. Full trailer load. Check the train ain't coming. Pipe in. 100,000 litres delivered. We made a lot of money out of the I mean, I only had, what was it, 300,000 litres last time? And we made a lot of money from that. selling that to the silage that was produced to the BGA. Got a lot of digistrate out of it, which we then used very nicely to fertilise our fields. So even more profitable for us, because we wasn't having to spend on extra fertiliser. Look at me doing the first person driving. And this is me, this is not the AI, because of course the AI can't do this job. So I'm doing the job first person, myself. Now let's go. Empty. Not quite a full trailer load, but I figured it wasn't worth me really turning round to pick up 1,000 litres. I might as well just come and empty this and then start from scratch on a fresh row. And back to the old first person. Look at that. That's something else I might do more of in another map, on another Let's Play or Twitch stream or whatever I decide to do of the game, is spend a bit more time in this view when I'm working, rather than just always being zoomed out third person. Getting all the grass picked up. And we're off to the BGA again to unload. Bet the train ain't coming. Last thing I want to do is get this tractor and trailer launched by the train. That is a heap that I've made there. Look at that last little strip. Yeah, about 4 trailer loads, wasn't it, off this field? Which is not bad. It's going to, like I say, give us a decent amount of silage once we've worked it. I will have to compact it all on that in the next episode. I don't do it in this one. Probably take the big Fent up there and get him rolling all over it. Check, no train coming. These silos can obviously hold quite a lot of grass, because I've put 4 trailer loads in here and we've barely even filled it. That's a lot of silo that we could do in future Let's Plays, once obviously we've got access to the BGA. Right, park him up, he's done. Obviously we've got to go and spray the grass now, get it fertilised, so we'll get the big brute doing that. Start this end, because I can drive this bit manually, then let the worker take over and he should carry on and do the whole field then, without any issues. Lime spreader is done. So we'll take him, give him a jet wash, because he's looking quite clayed up. Probably the last time this series will have to use this particular piece of machinery. probably bidding farewell to a lot of bits of machinery, actually, that are probably never going to get used again. Like the seeder. It's a recent purchase to the farm, but probably not going to use it again after today. What are we going to do? I am going to go on field 13 of all fields. I'm going to do a potato harvest. Woohoo! That's how flipping gamblerish I feel. Potato harvest onto field 13, eh? Right, we'll let him run. We'll go back to normal time now, and we'll see out the rest of the episode using normal speed. The time lapse has finished, and that way then I get to obviously do my outro in a few moments. And thank everybody for watching the video. Thank you all for clicking that like button, because you've all been excellent and done that, haven't you? Haven't you? If you haven't, do it now. And again, thank you everyone who has left their comments, questions, suggestions and feedback in the section down below. What's that? You've not commented on the video either? Well, you best do that then, hadn't you, before you forget. And of course, make sure you've pressed that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, it doesn't cost you anything, you know, it's completely free. Just press that button, and that's a great help. As we end this video watching the big brute fertilising our grass field, we're almost at the point where this series is done. We're not far away now from hitting our achievements. We've only got the cows achievement to unlock and the 10 million in the bank account, and then done. I've achieved absolutely everything. I've unlocked everything on this playthrough, on this map. So I'm considering this Let's Play series a success. Right, I'm actually going to jump in here and quickly reverse all the way to the top of the field, because the worker wasn't going to do that. Naughty worker. And in fact, I might as well probably drive the last part of this. Because he'll probably have issues turning around and doing that last bit anyway. So anyway, people, this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back again very soon with another episode.